Nice job, Winnie. Thanks, Winnie. Everyone, welcome. Those of you in the back who maybe want to scoot around with your chairs, now would be a great time. Feel free to just grab your chair and scoot in if you can't see. I'll give you a little time to do that. And can you hear me okay? Fantastic. All aboard back there? All right. Hi, everyone. Welcome. Friends and family, Jonathan and Kelby have invited us here today in the presence of God and one another to share in the celebration of their marriage. We're all here today because we have something very special in common. We share a desire to affirm and support the relationship of John and Kelby. I'm Matt, and I'm John's brother-in-law. I'm very honored that he and Kelby have asked me to be up here today. We share. I'm getting waved at, sorry. We're missing the bride. And I jumped the gun, so we'll do this over. I thought something was missing. I just looked for Kelby and I was like, wait.
There's something in your voice that makes my heart beat fast. Hope this feeling lasts the rest of my life. If you knew how lonely my life has been, and how loved I've been so alone. And if you knew I wanted someone to come along and change my life the way you've done.
I can't hear you. I don't know, not my job. All right, that's more like it. Kelby, I'm so excited that you asked me to be up here with John that I couldn't wait for you to even get here to begin. So this will be way better. All right. So again, my name's Matt. I'm John's brother-in-law. I've known the guy since he was about 10, which is a while now. I haven't known Kelby quite that long yet, but long enough to know how good they are together and how good they are for each other. One thing I can tell you about John, as everyone knows who knows him, is that he's just a generous and dependable and loyal man. So if you're part of his family, if you're one of his friends, if you're a dog of any kind, then he will do anything for you. And, Kelby and Winnie know this already, but with John, they're getting someone who's always going to put them first and always going to be looking out for them. So today is, of course, all about John and Kelby, but it's also about the rest of us. It's a day to celebrate this larger circle of family that John and Kelby's union is creating today. Speaking from my own perspective, I married John's sister, Amy, and that was definitely the best thing I ever did. One of the great things is I get to be part of this larger Mixell Klobe family, which has made my life a lot more fun and weird and joyful and exciting. And Kelby, it's definitely a testament to your love for John and frankly your courage as a human being that you know what you're getting into on the side of the barn and you're still here. So anyway, from the moment we started meeting you, you just felt like part of the family. You just instantly fit in and felt like you belonged. And I know John's had that same experience with your family as well. So again, looking around the room here, it's an incredible circle of people to have around you, giving you their love and their support. And I want to add on behalf of Henry and Amelia and my kids, Audrey and Vivian and Phoebe, how incredibly excited they are to be able to call Winnie officially their cousin. So let's you go. All right, so let's make it official. Kelby and John, today you enter as individuals, but you will leave here as husband and wife, blending your lives, expanding your family ties, and embarking upon your grandest adventure. The story of your life together is still yours to write. All those present have come to witness and celebrate your love and commitment this day, eager to be part of your story that's not yet told. Kelby and John, remember to treat yourselves and each other with respect, and remind yourselves often of what brought you together. Take responsibility for making the other feel safe, and give the highest priority to the tenderness, gentleness, and kindness that your spouse deserves. Kelby and John have requested that we take a moment to bow our heads for those that are not able to be with us today in body, but are here in spirit to celebrate their marriage. John, Kelby, you have chosen to write your vows, and as with these words you express your binding promises to love, honor, and cherish one another. If you're ready to make these promises to each other, I invite you to now face each other and declare your intentions. John, when you're ready, you may begin. We should, yeah, actually, thank you.
First of all, hopefully I don't cry too much. So. Thank you all for coming. Kelby, we met during the height of COVID. How I convinced you to meet a stranger off the internet in the middle of nowhere still amazes me. I must be way more charming than I thought. I will never forget the first time we met. You were shaking, I was sweating, and we were both nervous wrecks. If that wasn't enough, add my 100-pound barking dog to the mix and boom, you have an unforgettable first date. After our nerves settled, we sat on a bench by the river and talked about life. It was the easiest conversation I've ever had. I knew you were the one as soon as I saw you, but our conversation solidified my feelings. Everything with you has always been easy and natural. You have a calming presence, and your compassion for helping others above yourself continues to inspire me. You make me want to be the best version of myself for you and Winnie, and for that I am eternally grateful. I promise I'll always be here for you girls, no matter what, and I promise to always be a constant Winnie can rely on to see a relationship full of unconditional love, unwavering support, and trust. Winnie is the wonderful little girl she is because of you. You have instilled values and provided her the ability to be the fun-loving, creative, respectful, and caring girl she is. I can't wait to be by your side while Winnie grows up, because I know she will turn into an incredible young woman because of you. I can't imagine where I would be without you and Winnie. I'm excited for what our future holds, and to have you by my side while we explore life together. I love you forever, always.
Kelby. Take your time, whenever you're ready.
Jonathan, I've waited for you my entire life, and you're worth every second of the wait. You bring me a peace that I have never known. Thank you for taking me as I am, loving me, believing in me, and for welcoming both Winnie and I into your heart. You're the most thoughtful, honorable, and loyal man that I've ever met. I know that you have never met him, but you remind me so much of my dad. He would be proud to call you his son-in-law, and because of that, I feel so incredibly lucky. I promise to always be your best friend, your support, your partner in your home. I promise to be faithful and supportive, and to always make our family's happiness and love a priority. I vow that your people will always be my people. And that Monday night will always be steak night at our house. Because we should always start off the week on the right foot, as long as you're the one who's cooking. And finally, I promise to keep updating our vows as we go, because one set of vows can't cover a lifetime of growing and changing with you, raising children with you, and falling more and more in love with you every day, which is what I vow to do for the rest of my life. I love you.
Thanks, John. And now John's sister, Amy, is going to come up and give us a reading. I think. Amy? There she is.
The little things are the big things. It is never being too old to hold hands. It is remembering to say, I love you, at least once a day. It is never going to sleep angry. It is at no time taking the other for granted. The courtship should not end with the honeymoon. It should continue through all the years. It is having a mutual sense of values and common objectives. It is standing together facing the world. It is forming a circle of love that gathers in the whole family. It is doing things for each other, not in the attitude of duty or sacrifice, but in the spirit of joy. It is speaking words of appreciation and demonstrating gratitude in thoughtful ways. It is not expecting the husband to wear a halo or the wife to have wings of an angel. It is not looking for perfection in each other. It is cultivating flexibility, patience, understanding, and a sense of humor. It is having the capacity to forgive and forget. It is giving each other an atmosphere in which each can grow. It is finding room for the things of the Spirit. It is a common search for the good and the beautiful. It is establishing a relationship in which the independence is equal, dependence is mutual, and the obligation is reciprocal. It is not only marrying the right partner, it is being the right partner.
Thanks, Amy. Wedding rings are made precious by our wearing them. Your rings say that even in your uniqueness, you have chosen to be bound together. Let these rings also be a sign that love has substance as well as soul, a present as well as a past, and that, despite its occasional challenges and sorrows, love is a circle of happiness, wonder, and delight. May these rings remind you always of the vows you have taken here today. Do we have the rings? John, please repeat after me. I give you this ring as a symbol of my love and faithfulness.
I give you this ring as a symbol of my love and faithfulness.
As I place it on your finger, I commit my heart and soul to you.
As I place it on your finger, I commit my heart and soul to you.
Kelby, please repeat after me. You ready? I give you this ring as a... I'll give you a little more. I give you this ring as a symbol of my love and faithfulness.
I give you this ring as a symbol of my love and faithfulness.
As I place it on your finger, I commit my heart and soul to you.
As I place it on your finger, I commit my heart and soul to you.
Kelby and John, prior to this moment, you each walked a separate path. Now you embark together on a shared path. Yet the journey is not yours alone, for you have already been blessed with a child to raise together, Winnie Kate. It is the strength of your love that shall nourish you all together as a family. Winnie, John has something for you. Oh. John and Kelby, today you have stood before these witnesses and declared your intent to commit your lives to each other in marriage. You have made promises to each other and your family. Your road to this moment has not always been smooth, but you continue to fight for one another. I hope you will never forget the perseverance it has taken to get to this moment. And I hope you will never forget the love and joy you feel today, because those are the values that will keep your marriage, your family, and your bond to one another strong. And so, by the power vested in me by the state of Ohio, I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss your bride. Let's congratulate Mr. and Mrs. John and Kelby Mixell.
Sweet, sweet memories you gave of me. You can't beat the memories you gave of me.
Take one fresh and tender kiss.
The memories you gave of me.
Add one stolen night of bliss.
Can't beat the memories you gave of me.
One girl, one boy, some grief, some joy. Memories are made of this.
The memories you gave of me.
Don't forget a small moonbeam.
Beat the memories you gave of me.
Fold in lightly with a dream.
The memories you gave of me.
Your lips and mine, two sips of wine. Memories are made of this.
The memories you gave of me.
Then add the wedding bells, the one house where lovers dwell. 3 little kids for the flavor. Stir carefully through the days. See how the flavor stays. These are the dreams you will savor with His blessings from above.
Can't beat the memories you gave of me.
Serve it generously with love.
Can't beat the memories you gave of me.
One man, one wife, one love through life. Memories are made of this.
Can't beat the memories you gave of me.
We have got our bridal party. Our matron of honor and best man, Kinsey Manchin and Tim Mixell. Right behind them, Bailey Janzak and Nathan Workman with Winnie. Following them, Marley Breshner and Troy Manchin. And ladies and gentlemen, at this time, I would invite everyone to please rise. Ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome, for the first time in public, our newlyweds, Mr. and Mrs. Jonathan Mixell.
By Brad. I want
At this time, we are going to have Kelby and John take the center of the dance floor. Let's give them a big round of applause once again as they share in their first dance as husband and wife.
I can still feel the way you want me when you hold me. I can still hear the words you whispered when you told me. I can stay right here forever in your arms. And there ain't no way I'll let you go now. There ain't no way. And there ain't no how I'll never see that day.
Ladies and gentlemen, I give you our newlyweds. So we are going to let them take their sweetheart's table. At
Okay,
this
can
time-
everyone hear me? Yep, okay. So I'm Shelley Sportstrubber, and I am Kelby's mother. And first of all, I also want to give a shout out to my crew back there. They've worked really hard. China and appetizers and all that, it's a lot of work. And they made sure it was special. And to my sister-in-law, Emily, and my manager back there, John, they worked hard today. They're here, but they worked hard today, so they're probably tired. So everybody give them a shout out. Mixell family and their friends who have traveled from St. Louis, Minnesota, Florida, New York, here today to celebrate with Kelby and John. We know what that is to travel like that, and we know it's an experience, and we appreciate that you all came out here, and we're glad we got a great day, and everyone's having a good time. And to our family and friends, welcome back. We're glad that you came back for round 2, and but all joking aside, you all were here for us through some times that were not so easy, and all of you that are sitting over here, you were all here for us, and we appreciate that, and we appreciate that you're here for us. And to my beautiful daughter, I'm so happy for you. It has been a true privilege raising you and watching you grow into the wonderful mother that you are to Winnie and the wife that I know you will be to John. You know you're my best friend and you're my greatest treasure, and every moment with you is always perfect. John, I gave Kelby, so Kelby, they already kind of prefaced with the fact that they met during COVID and they couldn't really date or anything, so they were just kind of messaging. And at that time, Kelby and Winnie just so happened to be living with me while she was looking for a house, so they were living with me, and Kelby and I were working all through COVID. Unlike everyone else, we didn't get the traditional 6 weeks off, so we were every night drinking, not every night, every other night drinking bourbon, trying to make sure that we were going to live, because she works in a hospital and I work for the government, so we were like, well, should we be going to work? Is this a good idea? I'm not sure. And so I gave her some advice one night, and I said, Kelby, you need to find a man that treats you like Troy treats Kinsey. My daughter Kinsey has an amazing husband, and he takes care of her, and he's just awesome. So I said, you need to look for somebody like that. I said, you deserve someone who loves you and cares for you unconditionally, and someone who appreciates you and will always stand by your side. And she must have listened to me because she found John. You're a good man. And I know you're a good man because Kelby's father, Joe, was an honorable good man. He was a good man. And my own father, who's sitting over there, he's a remarkable man. He's the best father you could ever ask for. So Kelby knew what she was looking for when she found you. She listens to me, so she knew. You're kind and you're patient, and you love Kelby and Winnie with all of your heart. And anyone that has spent any time with the three of you can see how you feel, and I couldn't ask for anything better for the two of them. Joe would have loved everything about you, but I'm sure somehow he had some hand in this today. So just know that. And I have no doubt that the two of you will have a lifetime of happiness, and I love you both. So everyone raise your glass to Kelby and John. Cheers!
John, I knew from the beginning that you would be Kelby's person and that she picked right too. You can be the calm to her storm, the spontaneous in her plan, the humor to her seriousness, and the light in all of her days. I couldn't ask for a better man for my sister than John, and I wish you two nothing but love and happiness. So raise your glasses to the Mixells. I did not bring my glasses.
Is this thing on? I'm going paperless with my toast. Got approximately 3% on my battery, so we'll see how this goes. Greetings, everyone. Thank you all for coming to celebrate John and Kelby. Thank you, John and Kelby, for giving us all a reason to celebrate. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Tim. John has had the honor and the privilege of knowing me his entire life because I am his older brother. 10 years ago, John was the best man at my wedding, and by this time in his toast, he was ugly crying into his Coors Light and using his notes as a stand-in for Kleenex. As long as I don't start sobbing in the next 5 seconds, I will have made it longer into my toast than he did with his. Be forewarned, you can expect the waterworks at any point now. As John and I have gotten older, we have grown to lean on each other the way good brothers do, for camaraderie, for advice, and for volunteer labor on moving days. There's a 6-year age gap between John and me, so it wasn't until John was helping me move out on my own after college that I realized what a good friend I have in him. Underage John realized he had a friend who paid in beer. When it came time to move John for the first time, I couldn't believe how much stuff he had. The stuff continues to amaze me every few years when I answer the call of the move. None of his moves were particularly compelling. He was usually moving somewhere he wasn't particularly excited about in order to accommodate a job he didn't particularly like. He never seemed particularly unhappy, but you could tell that in spite of all that stuff, something was missing. February 2021 rolls around, and I'm helping John move in his stuff into Kelby's house. John was smitten with Kelby, and I had a pretty good hunch how the move to Englewood was going to wind up. Kelby, thank you for filling the spot in John's heart that stuff can never fill. As we've gotten to know each other, I continue to be impressed by what an exceptional person you are and how lucky my brother is to have you in his life. All right, go. John and Kelby, I am so happy for the two of you and Winnie. I know that no matter if you ever have to move again, you will find the comfort of home in your love for each other. I love you both, and we are all so excited to join you on this next chapter in your lives. Cheers.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a big round of applause to all of our toasters for tonight. Does anyone have any idea what we're doing at this point? Okay. We're going to ask everyone's age in a very indirect way. How many people here remember the Newlywed Game? All right. For those of you uninitiated, the way the Newlywed Game would work, television show, they would have all the newlyweds. The gentleman would come out, be asked a series of questions, and then they would be excused, and then the ladies would come out, and they'd be asked a series of the same questions to see how many they were able to get correct. And by get correct, we mean answer in the same fashion. This has developed into a wedding activity known as the shoe game. So we are going to, you kind of figure this out as we go along. So in essence, if the answer to the question is Kelby, the red light gets raised. If the answer to the question is John, the blue light gets raised. All right, so you will catch on quickly if you haven't already. We are going to start out with the first question. Who swiped right first? We have a match. For those of you over a certain age, if you don't know what that means, find any younger person in the room and they will tell you what that means. All right. Who is the better driver? All right. We got interesting really fast, but they agreed. Who's the better cook? All right. So far, we are 3 for 3, which is pretty amazing in and of itself. Going for 4 for 4. Who said I love you first? Nailed it. All right, let's go get a little dicey. Who is the most annoying one when they are hungry? Oh, we have a match. You guys are doing great. Who is the homebody in the relationship? You're batting 1,000. This is amazing. I'm not sure any of these are going to trip you guys up. Maybe the next one. Who takes care of the other when the other is drunk? Again? All right, this is almost unheard of. Okay, who is more spoiled? Another one. Who is the biggest baby when they get sick? We still agree. I've never had a couple go 5 for 5 before, much less 10 for 10. Let's see if they do it. Who is more likely to make the bedroom floor their personal laundry basket? All right, let's get it. When you met, who made the first move? Got it. Who controls the thermostat? Got it. Wow. Who is more romantic? Got it again. Who of the two of you is the most patient? The first disagreement. It was bound to end sometime, but still. Actually, you know what? Going through this many with all those matches, trust me, that's worth a round of applause in and of itself. Which of you spends more money?
Going downhill fast.
I guess maybe tying in with that theme, who spends more time on Facebook Marketplace? All right. Who has a messier car? John. All right. All right, here's the landmine question. Who wears the pants in the relationship? All right. Who is more likely to lose their keys? Oh! Of the two of you, who is the next to get their new ride? Yes, that's an agreement. After an argument, which of you is the first to apologize? Oh. Who is more likely to bring the other breakfast in bed? All right, here's one I've never seen before. Who is most likely to forgive but not forget? All right.
That's my boy.
Of the two of you, which one is the better kisser? All right, there's a match. Certain questions are more heavily weighted than others, so you got that one. All right. Of the two of you, who mentioned marriage the first? Oh, no. One would think you'd remember something like that. All right. Who eats more sweets? Yep. Who is the first one to let a dirty word slip? Who has the craziest family? John took the easy way out on that. Who is most likely to say, honey, not tonight?
Winnie.
John, you packed out for the last two. All right, well, this is the only one that anyone gets to. The last question is the only one you get to cop out on. Who just married their best friend today? Ladies and gentlemen, let's give them a big, big round of applause. do not want him alone. We would like him to be joined by Winnie. Let us give them a big, big round of applause. As they share a very special day.
All those days watching from the windows, all those years outside looking in, all that time never ever knowing just how blind I've been. Now I'm here, blinking in starlight. Now I'm here, suddenly I see. Standing here, it's all so clear. I'm where I'm meant to be. And at last I see the light. And it's like the fog has lifted. And at last I see the light. And it's like the sky is blue. And it's warm and real and bright. The world has somehow shifted. All at once, everything looks different now that I see
Ladies and gentlemen. As they share in a mother-daughter dance.
hands, put your empty hands in mine. And stars, show me all the scars you had. And hey, your wings and broken, please take mine so yours can open too. 'Cause I'm gonna stand by you. And more tears make a lot of stones in your eyes.
27 years or less, please step off to the side of the dance floor. Ladies and gentlemen, it appears that we have one couple standing, and introductions are in order. So please, for the sake of everyone here, face your adoring public and tell us your names and how long you've been here. Debbie and Larry, 55 years of wedded bliss. So what we are going to do is have John and Kelly come on out.
Just love each other.
Just love each other, ladies and gentlemen. Short and sweet. Big round of applause to not only this. We are going to do this on the count of 3. I would request the help of the audience for this. Ladies, are you ready? Ladies, are you ready? Tell me, are you ready? On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Up. We got some flinches. That's good. That's good. All right. For real now. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Is this going to be our group? This is going to be our group. All right. So, John, this moment belongs to you. When I tell you to, I'd like you to stand in front of your beautiful wife. And as they used to tell us in the Army, I'd like you to assume the position.
Riley, you want to go over there?
Now for this particular activity, it's only fair that he also has some musical accompaniment.
falling star. You're the getaway car, you're the line in the sand when I go too far. You're the swimming pool on an August day, and you're the perfect thing to say. And you play it cold, but it's kinda cute. Oh, when you smile at me, you know exactly what you do. Baby, don't pretend that you don't know it's true, 'cause you can see it when I look at you. And in this crazy life, and through these crazy times, it's you. You make me sing your every line, your every word, your everything, your every song. And I sing along, 'cause you're my everything.